Good evening. It is 7:51 Central Standard Time on June 14th, 2025. My name is Coco. For those of you who may never have seen any of my videos, heaven calls me General. I have been given the mantle and the commission for the General of the End Times Remnant. I asked Yeshua a question earlier because I had seen several Christian videos of other Christians on TikTok that seemed to be celebrating Israel's destruction of the nuclear bunkers prematurely. And it didn't set well in my spirit. And so I went to the Lord and I asked him where they would get their weapons. And he immediately had me transcribe this word. He wanted me to title this word, "The Retaliation Still Comes," spoken by the Word himself for my remnant bride. Write what I speak, daughter of fire, for the scroll must be opened. You have heard it said, Israel struck first, and many are saying, the threat is neutralized, the danger has passed. But I tell you this, the retaliation still comes. Though the weapons were scattered, the hearts behind them remain united in evil. Though the bunkers were hit, the spirit behind the strike still breathes. And it will not rest until Jerusalem is surrounded, just as I said it would be. For it is written, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know her desolation is near. Luke 21:20. And again I declared through my servant Ezekiel, I will put hooks in your jaws and bring you out with your army. Ezekiel 38:4. You ask me, daughter, but where will Iran get their weapons now? And I answer you plainly, they will be handed to them. Russia will load the carriers. China will whisper through back doors. The sons of darkness will sign what they swore they never would. And the beast will rise behind a veil of peace until the time comes for it to roar. This retaliation will be global, not regional. It will shake markets, ignite borders, and awaken sleeper cells even within the land you call home. For the fire you see now is only a spark. The storm has not yet been unleashed, but the seals are weakening. I say to the doubters, to the mockers, to those who declare peace, peace, your denial will not delay what has been decreed. And to my bride, to the remnant, I say this, anoint your doors, prepare your homes, and ready your lamps. What is sealed in heaven cannot be voted away. The retaliation still comes, but it will not touch the sealed. Do not look for peace where prophecy demands fire. Do not wait for headlines when I have already spoken through my prophets. And do not fear, for I am with you. Speak the word now, daughter. Sound the alarm, and when it begins, they will know you heard it from the throne. Yeshua HaMashiach, King of kings, commander of the armies of heaven. So, one of the things that he had spoken to me about several months back was a peace treaty that will be ushered in. The Pope will be asked to bridge that gap since world leaders cannot seem to agree on much. Just do not be fooled by this peace treaty, and do not think that Israel will be unscathed, because that is not the truth according to the throne of God. I also want to say one other thing. I have warned on this multiple times over the last week. You need to have non-perishable food and water. You need to keep your vehicles filled with gas from this point on. You need to make sure that if you are one of those people that keeps everything on a device and stores it digitally, that if there are things that you might need, should those things go down, that you have access to it. So I would suggest that you print that off and put it in a file somewhere. I'm also going to advise that if you do not have to fly, that you don't do it. Because we've seen an increase in plane crashes since the first of the year, and they will continue. I want you to understand that this is a very serious time to be alive, and it is no joking matter. And so if you mock and you scoff, The very voices that you mock will be the very voices that you seek out when these things happen. And mockers and scoffers are not permitted on my page. You will be blocked and deleted because time is short. And the hourglass, as he said yesterday, has already inverted on itself. And so I warn you now that when you hear me speak these words, understand that they come straight from the throne of God. And it's in his mercy that he's having them delivered through me to you. God bless you and have a wonderful evening. Please follow Jesus. If you do not know who Jesus Christ is, it's not too late. There's still time. Please pick up your cross and follow him and chase him like you've never chased him before. Repent and surrender your life so that way you can be called up in glory and not left here in fear. Because what he's shown myself and other prophets, the things that are coming are horrific. And you don't want to be left here because you're wrapped up in spiritual pride and ignorance. If you can't see what's already happening around the world, volcanic eruptions, tornadoes, fires, floods, an increase in seismic activity, that you can't see what just happened between Israel and Iran and know what hour we're in and what season we're in and how close the Son of Man is to coming to get his bride, and understand that he is not coming for wicked fruit or bad fruit. He's coming for people that produce good fruit, people that have fully surrendered, people that are walking in righteousness. People love sin. But right now, you need to think to yourself, whom will you serve? Will you serve the God of heaven, or will you continue to serve yourself and be lured in by the god of this world? Lucifer, Satan, the serpent, the one who was cast out of heaven, who came to earth. The things that you're going to be seeing from here on out as these birth pangs intensify are going to be very difficult for some of you. And they will be especially difficult for those of you who mock the throne of God. And as I stated in my video earlier, a lot of you have questioned me on why I was divinely commissioned for this assignment. So I would suggest that you go back and you watch the video that I posted earlier with today's date, 6/14/2025. It will explain any questions that you have. The shaking has already begun in the spirit. And don't trust what you see on the national media and don't take it for face value. Because you have to ask yourself, with all the military personnel that we have in the United States, the National Guard, the Army, why did the news come on and say that it's sent in a branch of the Special Forces and the Marines? They weren't sent there. They were sent somewhere else to intercept someone else. Some of what you're going to be seeing over the next couple months is going to be very difficult for some of you. So make sure that you are in constant prayer and that you have oil in your lamps. You will basically have to unlearn everything that you thought you knew. God is not sitting any longer. He's standing, which I thought was pretty ironic whenever I saw that Netanyahu had named their operation the Standing Lion, because that is exactly what he is doing right now. And he is standing and he is about to roar. God bless you.